Hey, what's up guys, it's Jace here from Canadian Gaming Entertainment, and today I'm bringing a Diablo video. This is sort of just my sort of guide. I'm using Fraps right now because I was using another program, but it didn't really work that well, so I'm using Fraps for this. I'll probably be using the other program for other stuff, like I'm going to be doing boss guides and such, just because Fraps I can't do a boss fight. My frame is way too low, so let's go into the guide. Okay, so to start, I play Demon Hunter, but that's pretty obvious from just my sort of the abilities you see. So my first ability, my left click is Hungering Arrow with Puncturing Arrow. It's because that I find gives you a lot of sort of hatred kind of thing. It's just, I don't know, I really like the hatred it gives. As well as Puncturing Arrow just because it allows it to hit basically again kind of thing. So, and it gives it sort of a much more greater chance of doing it, which is very good for, because it really increases your DPS. But that's just me that thinks that, I don't know. As well as I will be using Elemental Arrow with Ball Lightning, just because Ball Lightning is really good, because it basically sort of very slow, and it'll basically sometimes hit an enemy up to 3 times. And it's really good for taking out very big groups of enemies because it hits pretty hard, and it hits them many times, which is very nice. Next ability, Shadow Power. I use this with Blood Moon just because it increases my lifesteal up to 30% from 20%. I really like it just because it basically will sort of give me much more survivability kind of thing. So I'll sometimes just run it basically into a gigantic group of enemies, just pop this and just start bursting as much as I can with like Elemental Arrow. And the next ability I'll show you like next kind of thing. And this basically will keep me alive. Like I generally won't drop below half health, and you'll all be dead by the time the 3 seconds is over. Or basically I'll just repop it and they're dead by that point. Next, I use Vault because it basically gives me sort of more movement with Action Shot because I want to do some damage kind of thing. I like damage. Basically, I use this because so if I get trapped in like a circle of enemies, I can get away without dying. Because if I don't, I'll be killed very quickly. Next, I use Fan of Knives with Retaliate because Retaliate increases the damage, but it requires you to be hit, which is fine. So basically, what this will do is I'll just pop Shadow Moon, and if an enemy will hit me, it'll basically instantly just pop and instantly kill everyone around me. Basically, it's very nice. I really like it. Next, I use Cluster Arrow. I'm gonna probably use the rune Cluster Bombs with it. I don't like Dazzling Arrow though. I really don't. So basically, Cluster Arrow. Yeah, I use that because it gives me a lot of damage kind of thing. It's very nice for taking out big groups, but it costs a lot of hatred. So I don't use it that much, but I use it sort of during like big group fights when it'll deal a lot of damage. Okay, my passive skills. Moving on. I use Steady Aim, which when an enemy is within 10 yards, all my damage is increased by 20%. I use that just because I basically will be generally very close to an enemy. I don't like to kite, so that will increase my damage by a lot. Next I use Vengeance. I use it mostly just for the maximum hatred increase, but it's it is nice though for the health globe to give me 20 hatred and 2 discipline, but that's sort of just a bonus. Next I use Archery, which is I gain a bonus sort of like damage or whatever for the certain weapon type I'm using. So bow, 50% increase, crossbow 50% critical hit damage, and 10% crit or hand crossbow 10% critical hit chance. Well, the thing is, at the moment I'm using the bow, which increases my damage by 15%, which is like a 15% DPS increase, which is really good. That's why I use it. I know I personally really like sort of Diablo 3. I've recently got it like on 3 days ago, I think, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll be bringing boss guides, sort of just breaking down the mechanics of enemies kind of thing, and just showing how I do it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. This is James from Canadian Gaming Entertainment, and I'm out.